my book and wax friends. I am Amber. If you're new, welcome back to my channel. If you are returning, today's video is my TBR prompts for the month of June. I'm excited to get to some summery reads. So I have my bookshelf right here. You can't see all the books. There are 3 shelves for my TBR cart. But I promise there are ones down at the bottom too. So we're gonna pick prompts. And since it is my TBR, if they don't work, because I did add a bunch of new ones, if they don't work like seasonally, then I'll probably kick them out and pick something different, because there are a few in here that are for other seasons, but I didn't want to have to take the time to try and separate them. So anyway, I was being lazy, but so I'm just letting you know ahead of time if there's something like, I think one was like, has a wintry word on in the title, I'm not going to choose a book that's wintry, because I'm very seasonal, not only with my reading, but with my home fragrance as well. And so speaking of home fragrance, you guys, I know you guys can always see my little cute as a button mushroom warmer. You can see this one. But this one I just got and I love it so much. Unfortunately, this one you cannot get. It was a special bundle deal and it's sold out. But look, it's a blue one, a blue cute little whimsical mushroom. I love it. So just FYI, I use some warmers for decor. So there is no home fragrance in them, no wax at all, because I worry about, you know, it affecting my books. So if I have any on my bookshelves, because I do have some on my bookshelves downstairs, my Hobbiton Mortimer and Harry Potter ones and blah blah blah, so there's no wax in those, long story short. But this one's still my favorite, even though I do love the blue one. Okay, moving on. And this one is available. You can still get the red one. Do you like the red or blue better? I'm curious, just because they are both so adorable. But I'm more of the traditional red whimsical mushroom over the blue. Anyway, okay, back to picking. So I will pick 6 books and let's jump into it. Let's see what summary reads I can get. Let's pick this one. Okay, a cover that would make a good puzzle. So, okay, let's see what ones we got here. Something that would make a good puzzle. Love and Saffron, I feel like would. Oh, Magic, no, there's just a lot of writing. I don't know if that one would, the way it is. Starlit Prince, let's see. Oh, if you're talking kind of a trickier puzzle, that one would be cool. Let's see. This would be a fun one. Class reunions are murder, because look at, that would be a fun puzzle to do for sure. Okay, and then this one, if we're going trickier, oops, let's not ruin anything. If we're going trickier, this one I think would be really cool, of Jade and Dragons. Okay. I think of these 4, I'm going to cut out Ravel, because I think it's too many of, like, it's like mirror images, and so I don't know if I would want to. Okay, so we have very different, if I'm choosing between these, we have very different types of books. This is an epistolary, literary fiction type of book. Then we have a, sorry, my fan is going right now, and so it's blowing my hair everywhere. We have a cozy mystery, which is my first cozy mystery that I'll really have read if I choose it. And then we have what I always love, and that is fantasy. I think this one I'm gonna cut out just because there is a lot of, I don't know if that would be good. There's just a lot of black there, and as far as, you know, a puzzle goes. That's not the best. Okay, so now it's down to these two that I don't ever really read, or not that much in regards to this one. I think I'm going to go with the cozy mystery. Class Reunions Are Murder by Libby Klein. Not only do I think it'll make a fun puzzle, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna read a cozy mystery. So this is on my 25 books in 2026 yearly TBR. And so I do want to get to that one. So that's number 1. Let's look at prompt number 2. What do we got going on here? Let's see. Let's get this. It's harder when it's so full because things want to fall out all the time. Okay, book title without an E. Ooh, that's going to be hard. Okay, no, that has the unearthly. Nope. 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 Almost all of them have E's. Dang. Revel, that has a lot of E's. Stab Me Now, Forest, nope. Nope. Okay, I found one. And I think that's the only one, honestly. So this is the one I'm going with because everything else on my TBR cart, it looks like has an E in it. So we are going with Capitana by Cassandra James. So this one does not have an E. And this one I am choosing since I don't have any other options. No, but I am wanting to get to this one because I've had it since last year or a year and a half ago, I think I got this. It was Illumicrate, I think. Illumicrate book box. I don't even know. Illumicrate or Owlcrate. One or the other. Anyway, Illumicrate. I just saw Illumicrate. Okay. Anyway, this feels perfect for summer, doesn't it? It is a seafaring tale, and I will read synopses at the end. Okay, there's that one. Tell me in comments, are you a seasonal, what kind of books do you like to read during the summer? I am big into things that feel summery. Okay. I don't know if I want to do this one. It says resurrect a series. I don't have any on here that would work with that, and I'm trying to think of ones that I might have without having to request from the library. I'm skipping this one for now. So we are doing something different. That would be a good prompt. I'm thinking of one that I could have done, but yeah, no, this isn't gonna work either. Book with vampires, werewolves, or ghosts. And are any of these going to even work? Because they are summary, but usually when you think of those things, you feel like fall, at least I do, in regards to vampires and werewolves and ghosts. I feel like those are fall reads. So I don't think I'm going to do that one either. Why is it I always tend to get the ones after I just said I should have just not been lazy and taken those out. Okay. Next one, from an author that has written less than 3 books. Okay, Capitana would have worked for that one, but let's see. I don't know. Maybe, no. Less than 3. That is the thing. I'm going to have to pause it and see because actually, I do know this. No, I'm going to pause it and we're going to figure it out. So I'll be right back. Okay. I found some options. I looked through Goodreads to look at the authors and figure it out. So I have 4 right here. The first one is Of Flame and Fury The second book is coming out this year, I think. This is by Michaela Bridge, and it's about phoenixes and phoenix racing. Then I have Just Stab Me Now by Jill Barrett. She is on YouTube actually, and did a funny like short like break the fourth wall with the characters and the author type of videos that were like Regency, or not even Regency. I can't even remember what it is. Like, wasn't Regency, it was earlier than, like, think Scottish Highlands type of characters, and they're fun. Definitely check her out on YouTube if you haven't. They're a lot of fun. So anyway, she wrote a book, and this is kind of like what her videos are. So it breaks the fourth wall and that sort of thing. So I think that would be a lot of fun. I did get it like 2 years ago. I bought the book like 2 years ago and I haven't read it yet. Then we have Heir of Storms. This is by Lauren Hamilton Murray. And this is, her second book is coming out this year for this. So this is her only book, second book's coming out. So this would work. And then the last one is Thorn Season by Kira Azer. And her second book is coming out this year. And I did start this a couple months ago, only like one chapter in. So I do want to get to it. It's one of those things, I want to get to these before the second books come out because these are special editions. And so I do, if I love the book, I want to get the second book, because usually Fairy Loot specifically will release the following books in the series from the ones that have been in their book boxes, if they're, you know, continuations. So long story short, I need to get to this one too to decide if I want the next book. So, but after saying all that, I'm actually going to put this one back because it does feel, it still feels more, it feels more springish, and these feel more summery to me. So we have Just Stab Me Now, which is a humorous, like, historical romance, breaks the fourth wall type of story. Then we have something about phoenixes, which is really cool. And then this one has to do with elemental type of fantasy. Dang, which one? Which one sounds good? I'm looking at what I've picked so far. I am thinking, I don't know. I'm actually gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with Just Stab Me Now. Not only is it tiny, I've had, as I've said, this on my TBR for a couple years, and so let's do it. Let's read this one. So Just Stab Me Now by Jill Barrett is the next one on my official TBR. Okay, moving on. So I have 3. I need, that one just fell. I need 3 more. So I'm always a mood reader as well. So I will, you know, I'll read ones that aren't on the official list, but I just enjoy having an official list. And so that doesn't mean I have to read them. They are more like pile of possibilities type of thing. And I'm just like, anyway, I'm rambling again, and I'm sorry. And things keep on falling out. Okay, let's pick one officially. You know what I'm saying. Okay, longest book. Dang it, longest book. Let's look at the page count of these. This is the far way in. Let's see what the page count is on this. Thankfully, I don't have super huge ones. This one is 372. This one, I still have Unearthly, which is part of my TBR, 435. So that one is beating. But I know Heir of Storms and of Jade and Dragons look longer. So what did I say this was? What did I say? 435. 435. This one, Heir of Storms. Let's see what this one is. This one is 467. So that beats Unearthly. Let's put this one back. But I'm looking at Of Jade and Dragons, and this one looks almost like it might be a little chunkier than the other one. 466. What was this one? I think this was only like one number off from that. What was this again? I'm looking again. 468. Although this might be, oh, it's a bonus chapter. I don't know, should I count the bonus chapter? I don't know. Oh no, because that's after the acknowledgements. So I don't think I'll count the bonus chapter. So 450 without the bonus chapter. So this one of Jade and Dragons is longer, 466. So yeah, because I don't think it's worth counting because it's technically not in the regular editions. All right, we're gonna see, whoa, epilogue. Okay, epilogue, I'm looking at Thorn Season now. So we have Thorn Season after I just got done saying that. All right, no, this one I can already tell is not. Yeah, no, okay, we got it picked. The book, that's the longest on my TBR cart, is Of Jade and Dragons. So this is the one that I'm going with. This is by Amber Chen. So, all right, we got one picked. And this is also on my annual TBR, so that'll be good. Okay, so that is 4, so we have 2 more. All right, here we go. See what this one is. Has less than 10,000 ratings on Goodreads. Okay. All right, something else that I'm gonna have to search for. I'm trying to think because some of these are like indie published or just recently came out. And so I feel like they won't have as many ratings. Like The Faraway Inn just came out a couple months ago, or a month or so ago. No, where'd you go? Faraway Inn, and that one has 8,800 ratings. So that is an option. A classic, no, that's not. That's gonna have more, I'm sure. Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, yeah, that one is not going to have as many. I'm going to look at the Starlit Prince because this is indie published. Let's see what this one is. So I feel like this one, oh, no. This one could be, let's see, I did not mean to do that. Sorry, I'm having issues, of course. Okay, let's do the Starlit Prince. The Starlit Prince is, what is the, oh yeah, only 2,155. Okay. How about if I want a cute little romance, You Deserve Each Other. Especially because June is supposed to be like wedding season. So let's see what this one is. You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hoggle. Let me see if I can see how many there is. This one, oh yeah, no, this is 148,000. No, that's not gonna work. How about another one that is a indie published? So I'm gonna look up this one, Forest of Scarlet. This is a reimagining of Robin Hood. So let's see what this one is. Forest of Scarlet. And we have, how many on this one? Only 574 ratings. Okay. It doesn't say which one has the lowest number. It just says which one has less than 10,000. So I do want to read this, but I'm going to go for one of the indie books. The question is, which one sounds better to me? This one's about a curse, possibly Beauty and the Beast a little bit. And this one is, like I said, Robin Hood. Should I go with, I think I'm gonna go with the one that has the least amount of ratings, and that is Forest of Scarlet. So we're gonna go with this one, and we'll put this one back. Hopefully maybe I'll get it with another prompt. So that is a book with less than 10,000 ratings. Oh, and it has a cute little, I didn't even know this. It has a cute little artwork and some stickers. Obviously, I haven't even opened this up to look at it. That's cool. Okay, so we'll do this one. If anyone has read this, let me know. Because it's kind of a bummer that there's not very many ratings for this. It always makes me sad to see things like that, because authors work so hard for their art. And so when they aren't getting recognition, it just makes me sad. So I want to be able to read this and help support more indie authors. So that is that one. And then how many is that? That's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay, one more. Let's see. And one just fell out again. But let's look at this one. That's so funny. From an author that's written 3 or more books. That's pretty much everyone besides the ones that I picked out earlier. So which one do I want to go with? Let's see. We could do The Daughter of the Pirate King. We could do You Deserve Each Other, which is a funny rom-com, I know. We could do The Magic of Lemon Drop Pie. We could do Love and Saffron. We have a ton. I think of these, I'm going to decide between these. So we have Daughter of a Pirate King. I already have a seafaring one on my list, so I think I'll put that one back. So do I want a fun, laugh out loud rom-com? I loved her Christmas book, Just Like Magic. Loved it. I bought it because I loved it so much. So possibly then we have a feel-good women's fiction with magical realism. That's The Magic of Lemon Drop Pie. I tried to read this last year, never got around to it, so now we have it again. And then Love and Saffron, which is, this one might be on my annual TBR as well. I can't remember for sure, but I do know it is on my 5-star predictions for the second quarter. So I probably should get to this one, but what am I feeling? That's the problem. I'm feeling all of these, so I'll probably read them even if I don't get to them on my officially TBR. I'm feeling, you guys, this is so hard. I think I'm going to put this one back, The Magic of Lemon Drop Pie, but Love and Saffron, Feel Good Epistolary Book, or You Deserve Each Other, which is a fun, funny rom-com. I don't know. I think I'm looking at my books. I don't have the Just Stab Me Now. I feel like is going to have some funny moments in it because, like I said, her videos were funny. So I think I'll go ahead and go with Love and Saffron. So we're doing it, you guys, by Kim Fay, Love and Saffron. So that is it, you guys. These are the 6 books. So let's go over them again, and I'll give you a little synopsis, possibly, which, of course, I forgot my glasses. So hopefully I'll be able to see them. But first, we chose a cozy fantasy. This was Class Reunions Are Murder by Libby Klein, and this is a cover that you think would make a good puzzle. So I do feel like this would make a really good puzzle, and this is about a girl newly widowed and stuck in a middle-aged funk, Poppy has been running on cookies, infomercials, and one-sided chats with her cat for months. There's no way she's attending her 25-year class reunion, especially after receiving a very bizarre letter from Barbie, the popular cheerleader who taunted her all through high school. At least not until Poppy's best friend practically drags her to the event, using the dreaded homecoming as an excuse to visit her eccentric Aunt Ginny. Poppy vows to leave Cape May with pride and Spanx intact. Too bad Barbie is still the queen of mean at the reunion. And worse, her dead body is lying right in front of Poppy's old locker. So sounds like it'll be an experience. So class reunions are murder. Then the next one is Capitana by Cassandra James, and it was for the book title without an E. This was the only one from my shelf that did not have an E, and it's about a girl named Zamina. Has spent her life training to become one of the black-cloaked cazadores, seafaring hunters who capture pirates pillaging the Luzon Empire. But although Zamina is the top candidate at the academy, that will not be enough for the daughter of the notorious Reales, captains, who were executed for their crimes. So when Gasparilla, the most infamous pirate in Luza's history, attacks the capital, Zamina offers to catch him in exchange for being named a cazadora. The Empire accepts on one condition: she must compete for her cloak against Dante de Leon, the pompous and infuriating son of the High Minister. So the second book came out this year, or is about to come out. So I was like, plus seafaring, you got it. It worked. So the next one I picked was Just Stab Me Now by Jill Barrett, which I've had on my shelves for 2 to 3 years and haven't gotten around to reading it. This is from an author that has written less than 3 books, so I know this is her only book, as far as I know. I probably should have looked it up officially, but it came out, like I said, 2 years ago, and so I don't think she's written anything else. So this is a desperate mother, a dubious escort, a deranged author who won't leave them alone. Caroline Lindley is determined that her new romance novel will be her best one yet. Fantasy, formal gowns, fencing, and of course a 20-something heroine to star in an enemies to lovers plot with all of Caroline's favorite tropes. But Lady Rosamond Hawkhurst is a 36-year-old widow. She has a war to stop and 2 children to get home to, and flatly refuses to take the correct approach to there being only one bed. What's an author to do, especially when discussions of her editor might reveal that he and Rosamond's hot enemy have some suspicious similarities. So that's going to be a fun one, I think. So that is that one. Then after that, I chose Of Jade and Dragons by Amber Chen. This was for the prompt, the longest book on your TBR. So this is like Mulan inspired. She, the main character, Ying, is to determine, discover why anyone threatened a man who ultimately chose a quiet life over time and fortune, which is her father. Left with only a journal of her father's engineering secrets and a jade pendant snatched from the assassin, Ying follows the trail to the capital and the prestigious Engineers Guild, a place that harbors her father's hidden past. Disguised as her brother, Ying manages to infiltrate the male-only apprenticeship trial and with the help of an unlikely ally, the nation's taciturn 8th prince, with her father's renown placing a target firmly on her back, Ying must stay one step ahead of her fellow competitors. So yeah, Mulan inspired is what it sounds like. Then after that has less than 10,000 ratings on Goodreads. I went with Forest of Scarlet. It says Court of Midsummer Mayhem, Book 1. This is by Tara Grace, and she writes clean fiction. And this says, the Fae snatch humans as playthings to torment. The Primrose steals them back, vowing that no other family would endure the same fear and pain she felt when her older sister was snatched by the Fae. Bridget puts on an empty-headed facade while she rescues humans in the shadowy guise of the Primrose. Hero to humans, bane to the Fae. Her only regret is that she can't tell the truth to Munch, the young man in the human realm who she's trying very hard not to fall in love with. Munch has a horrible nickname, an even more terrible full name, and the shadow of his heroic sister and older brothers to overcome. It's rough being the little brother of the notorious Robin Hood and her merry band. The highlights of his life are the brief visits by Bridget, the messenger girl for the dashing Fae hero, the Primrose. So, seems like it'll be fun. And then last but not least was from an author that's written 3 or more books. I chose Love and Saffron by Kim Fay. And this is epistolary, as I said. And it's about 2 strangers, 1 recipe, and a friendship for ages. And I cannot really read this, but it's about Joan Bergstrom and Imogen Fortier understand the key to a savored life: delicious food. Young Joan is just discovering herself as a food writer in a bustling Los Angeles, while experienced columnist Imogen is settled in her decades-long marriage on Kamano Island outside Seattle. Sorry guys, I should have gotten my glasses. I cannot read this. Okay. When Joan ends a fanned letter to Imogen with an enclosed packet of saffron and a recipe, their journey of culinary exploration, soul-deep friendship, and personal transformation begins. Okay, there we go. I struggled, but I got it for the most part. There you go. So Love and Saffron. So that is it, you guys. Those are the books that I plan to have on my official TBR for June. But as I said, I do mood read. So there will be others. Hopefully I'll get to all these. But as I have talked about before, pile of possibilities. So I'm not going to hold myself. I'm not going to like beat myself up if I don't read every single one of these. So I appreciate all of you guys. Please like and subscribe for more book and home fragrance content. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.